The first time I saw King Darius run, the world ended. Not because he was a coward, not because he abandoned us, because until that moment, I had never imagined such a thing was possible. I was not born a bodyguard. Nobody is. I was born the son of a nobleman, raised around horses, raised around weapons, raised around duty. Duty. That word followed me my entire life. A nobleman serves, a soldier obeys, a bodyguard protects. Simple. At least until history arrives. History makes everything complicated. I first met Darius years before ISIS. The stories are wrong. Most stories are. He was neither a giant nor a fool, neither a god nor a coward. He listened more than he spoke, a dangerous quality in a king, because men who listen eventually learn things, and men who learn things eventually become difficult to deceive. I respected him. Most of us did. Not because he wore a crown, because he carried its weight. Many people ask why Darius brought his family, his mother, his wife, his daughters, his son. The answer is simple. Because he expected to win. Kings do not bring their families to a disaster. They bring them to a triumph, to witness victory, to celebrate, to remind the empire who will rule after them. Nobody in our camp expected defeat. Nobody. Not even those of us paid to worry. The camp stretched farther than the eye could see. Tents, horses, camels, servants, nobles, soldiers, merchants, priests. An entire world moving together. One evening I climbed a ridge overlooking the camp. Thousands of fires. Thousands. The stars above, the empire below. And somewhere among those fires sat the great king, preparing to crush a Macedonian invader. Or so we believed. Then reports arrived. Alexander had turned north. Fast, very fast, faster than expected. A council was called. Messengers rode in and out all night. Maps appeared, arguments followed. The king listened, then gave his orders. Tomorrow we fight. Simple words. Heavy words. The morning of the battle felt strangely ordinary. The sun rose, birds sang, men ate breakfast, horses needed feeding. The world behaved as if nothing important was happening. I have always found that insulting. History should announce itself. Instead, it sneaks up on you. The plain was narrower than many expected. Mountains on one side, sea on the other, a river between armies. I heard officers muttering, too narrow, too crowded, too confined. The army of the great king was vast. Vast armies prefer vast spaces. But by then there was no changing the battlefield. History rarely allows revisions. At first, everything seemed normal. Couriers arrived, orders moved, units advanced, reports came in. The left is holding, the center advances, the Macedonians are engaged. Nothing alarming, nothing unusual. Then the reports changed. The right needs support. The river crossing failed. The Macedonians advanced. The Macedonians broke through. No, the Macedonians were repulsed. No, the Macedonians were advancing again. Rumors moved faster than facts, and fear moved faster than rumors. I remained near the royal position, close enough to see Darius, close enough to hear the messengers, not close enough to influence anything. The king's face changed throughout the day, not dramatically, just enough. The confidence remained, the certainty faded. Then came the messenger, the one I still remember. Covered in dust, half running, half falling. He reached the royal position and shouted,
"The Macedonian king!"
That was all. He didn't need more. Everyone understood. Alexander had broken through, and he was coming directly toward us. I saw him only briefly. A rider, a bright helmet, companion cavalry behind him, moving impossibly fast. Toward the center, toward Darius, toward history. For a moment I understood why men followed him. He moved as if danger belonged to other people. What happened next is still debated. Historians love debating moments they never witnessed. I was there. I saw it. The line was collapsing. Enemy cavalry was approaching. The king was becoming the target. And a dead king helps nobody. Not the army, not the empire, not his family, not Persia. A living king can rebuild. A dead king becomes a memory. The order came. Move the king. Now, immediately. We turned, not because we wanted to, because we had to. Every instinct screamed against it. Every step felt wrong. Yet we rode, faster, farther, away from the battlefield, away from the army, away from victory. At one point I turned around. The battlefield had become dust. Noise, smoke, chaos. The empire was disappearing behind us. And somewhere back there, the royal family remained. The realization struck all of us at once. The king knew it too. I saw it in his eyes. His mother, his wife, his children, left behind. Nobody spoke. What words could possibly help? We rode for hours, then longer. The sun disappeared. The battlefield disappeared. Eventually, even the noise disappeared. Only silence remained. The silence of men who know everything has changed. That night we made camp, or tried to. Nobody slept. Nobody celebrated survival. Survival felt too much like defeat. The king sat alone for a long time, longer than usual. Nobody disturbed him. Nobody dared, because we all knew what he was thinking. The army could be rebuilt. The empire still existed. Another battle could be fought. But some losses cannot be measured in soldiers. For the first time in my life, I pitied the great king, not because he had lost, because he did not know whether his family still lived. Somewhere behind us, Alexander was victorious. Somewhere behind us, the royal camp had fallen. And somewhere behind us, the people we loved were waking up in the hands of the enemy. The king still lived, Persia still lived, but everything else had been left behind.